You ever watch something when you see something happening on screen and you really wish that it wouldn't happen, and as it keeps happening, you're still willing it to please don't happen that way, and it does? That's this episode. And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my spoiler talk and end credit sequences for Wanda, the final episode, episode 9. So let's jump into it. So if you haven't seen the episode, this is your warning.
It's a working theory.
This is the showdown that everybody's been waiting for. We see the two witches fight it out. We obviously have Angus trying to siphon off the power from Wanda. It's a big showdown. The cube kind of comes down and kind of regrows. We see this Agnes has been her plan this whole time to put the well-being of the townspeople and her family versus what she should do, what is right, and so now she thinks she's won. At the same time, we see the two visions fight, and that is kind of an epic battle sequences until they start talking to each other logically. We have that moment where he kind of puts his fingers on it. His stone that is white kind of goes yellow, and we understand now that he is created. Wanda's vision is created from the little bit of stone that is in her body. He was real, but created from memories, from love, from stone. He's a memory made flesh. And so, we have that sequence as the whole world is coming to a close. They're saying goodbye to each other, and he says, well, I've been this, I've been that, who knows what I'll be next. And that was a really sad, beautiful moment where they had to say goodbye to their kids as well. And you just keep hoping. You're like, oh, please don't. I mean, obviously one of the big reveals is where Wanda embraces her witchiness, and she wears her outfit that we've seen a silhouette once before, but here we get to see her in all her glory. She had her own plan all along. She puts those runes, she learns quickly, and she defeats Agnes, and Agnes goes back to being trapped in that kind of body that she was in, but for real. There were some great moments within this episode as well, where Wanda throws the car at Agnes, and we just see Agnes's boots, like the witch moments that we've seen in other. I think that's harking back to quite a few. We only see the boots of the enemy. I thought that was great. Wanda telling the kids to deal with the military, seeing Rambo's powers come into fruition and the bullets going through her. Really, really great superhero moments. But obviously we're left wondering, because I think amongst others, we were wondering if there was more going on. Obviously the book has been brought out, and Wanda kind of knows that there's a whole chapter dedicated to the Scarlet Witch, and she has to embrace and start learning what it means to be the Scarlet Witch, which is one of the final things that she says. And so you're left there with an end credit scene where we see Rambo is contacted by one of the shapeshifters. We know the skull, and she says, someone wants to meet you up there. Who do you think that is? Obviously it's got to do with Captain Marvel and a friend, and so we're going to see who she's going to meet in space. Let me know in the comments who you think that is. We have the second and final end credit scene, which we see Wanda in a cabin, and it has really nice designs, like a wooden design. She's making herself a cup of tea, but the camera keeps going past her. Then we see another Wanda, the Scarlet Witch Wanda, and she's furiously reading the Darkhold book, which I'm not sure. I mean, I guess that's how she has to learn, but at the same time she hears the voice, which sounds very similar to her child, one of her children, and my mind goes, but they're not real, they're dead. Or are they? Or what's going on there? There's that reminiscent. Is it someone else that's calling for help? It really sounded like her children's. So in one hand, you're thinking, oh, okay, she's learning the book to maybe try and make the spell reality. Are we then going into the madness, House of M? It does seem that way. And will Doctor Strange have to step in and stop what Wanda becomes? Will we actually end up fighting Wanda? I really hope that's not the case. Although she would make a fantastic villain, because you already like her, you've gone through so much with her. It could definitely go that way. Whether they decide to go that way, I don't know. It would be sad. Her story is so tragic. Let me know how sad you were when you saw the kids and Vision. Will she meet up with Vision again? I imagine that as Vision starts learning who he is again, as the memories settle in, he could technically become a less powered version, I guess, of Vision without the stone in his forehead, and they could end up being together again. but will he be able to be with her as the Scarlet Witch? Is she changing for the worse, or what is she going to step in? It depends on how much they're going to continue on the comic, or are they going to do their own thing? Let me know which has been your favorite episode in this series so far. I really wanted longer episodes. I feel like they were drawing it out, and then it was gone, finished, 9 episodes done. At least they didn't overstay their welcome. It's been a fantastically interesting series. Definitely different for Marvel to do something like this, but a lot of fun and really, really well done. Be amazing if we could get a second series of something rather than a one-off. Obviously, next is the Falcon, which should be great. Let me know how excited you are for that. Which is your favorite character in this? Favorite episode? Let's chat down below. Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.